the sword of Mercury. And today we're going to be covering another requested topic, which is lucid dreaming techniques. So, in a recent video, I covered lucid dreaming and the fundamental benefits of doing the practice or utilizing it for development. And I also covered astral projection benefits. So today we're just going to talk about how to do or how to perform lucid dreaming. And I had 3 main techniques, but I added 2 more to make it 5. With the last 2 being more, I guess, indirect methods. But without further ado, we'll get into it today. So, relax, get comfy, and enjoy the ride. So, we got our tappy marker here. And maybe we'll just look at the first one, which is reality check. Reality check, reality check. So, what this means is taking a look at something in your reality to verify where you are, or asking yourself questions multiple times throughout the day, such as, where am I right now? What am I doing? So, like, if I was to perform a reality check right now, I might say, well, I'm filming a video for the Sword of Mercury, and I'm sitting at the computer, and I'm at the whiteboard, and by doing that, you kind of cultivate this sense of, okay, well, this is something that is likely something I would do in waking life, because, if you're, jumping over clouds, and, dancing with angelic beings or something like that, then that's not something that likely you will do in the waking world, right? So, for example, that's a concept of a reality check. So, where am I right now? What am I doing? Why am I doing it? So, 3 main questions you can ask yourself. You can also do a reality check and this is kind of similar to wake-induced lucid dreaming, is you can try to do something physical, such as poke your finger through your hand, and if it goes through, obviously you're dreaming. Or look at your hands, and if you count how many fingers are on your hand, and if you have 6 or 7 fingers, then you're dreaming. But the idea is, by doing this modality consciously and doing it repetitively through the day, such as 6 or 7 times throughout the day, eventually you will do it in your dream. And when you do it in your dream, you'll be like, okay, well, I'm dreaming now, because you'll notice a difference. And for me, this has actually been a method that I have used, and it's been more successful than most of the other lucid dreaming techniques that I have used. So I would highly recommend performing reality checks if you are going to be lucid dreaming, because it does make a pretty big difference in terms of gaining lucidity. So that is the first method. Also, I underline these here, and I put blue for basically intention-directed practices, so things that are based on more mental or imaginative concepts or non-physical, such as asking yourself a question or setting an intention or an affirmation, such as here for hypnosis, I will lucid dream, those are underlined in blue. For the things orientated in action, such as doing something, such as a repetitive action, or some kind of action that you have to do in the waking world that translates over to your dream, or that induces the dream, I highlighted in green. And anything that is a physical practice, such as Tai Chi or anything like that, anything that changes the energy orientation of the bodies, the subtle bodies that is, or the physical body, I underlined in red. There's only one technique for that here. So, to go on to the second technique, this is the wake back to bed method. That's WBGB, and the concept is that, and I'm sure if any of you have explored lucid dreaming before, you've heard of this one. Of course, most of the time this is not a favorite method because you do have to wake up after only sleeping 6 hours. So keep in mind that, this is something that you might not be so inclined to do if you're somebody who likes uninterrupted sleep. So, but if you're somebody who doesn't mind and you want a method that is likely to get you into the state that you want to be in for lucid dreaming, this is a good bet as well. So, concept here is sleep 6 hours. Sleep for 6 hours, and then you'll hit the cycle of sleep that is going to be aligned with REM sleep after you wake up from that 6 hours. Basically, you stay awake, sleep for 6 hours, then you wake up, stay awake for 15 minutes, such as like get up, maybe go to the bathroom and then go back to bed, or get up, read a book, don't check your phone or do anything super engaging or super distracting that is going to gear you away from what you're supposed to be doing, but just do something that is going to bring you back to sleep, or something that is very quick, maybe even like meditate for 15 minutes and then go back to sleep. Something that is not super engaging. Remember that phones have blue light on them, and that disrupts the circadian rhythm, so don't touch your phone in this period. Don't interact with technology. Just do something like maybe some light reading, or do something that is very lightly engaging, such as meditation or reading a book or something like that. Or maybe if you even want to implement some of these other techniques in that 15 minutes, you can maybe do Tai Chi or something relaxing in that time, then go back to bed after 15 minutes, and then go back to sleep, and then you'll be more predispositioned to essentially return into a dream that will be lucid, because your mind has adjusted to the semi-waking conscious state. So that's another method that you can use here. So the next one is wild, which is a pretty common lucid dreaming technique, and wild stands for wake-induced lucid dreaming, wake-induced lucid dreaming, wake-induced lucid dreaming. And the concept behind that is that essentially you are creating some kind of phenomenon that will alert you to the concept that you are dreaming, such as, say in waking life I perform, and as I said, this is kind of similar to a reality check. So like the push your finger through your head method, that could be considered as wild, but also say in real life, one of your ways to check if you're dreaming, or if you're in a dream, or wake yourself if you're in a dream, is to jump up slightly like you're Superman or something, and if you were in a dream you would fly off into the sky, and have the intention firmly in your mind that, as I jump I will fly off into the sky. And obviously if you're in waking world you will not fly off into the sky, but if you're in the dream you'll fly off into the sky, and then that will alert you to the concept that, I am dreaming. So, but if you do that over and over again, repetitive action, then it will train your subconscious to align the results of, I'm flying in the air now, with, I'm obviously dreaming, right? So you will realize that as you perform the reality check. But remember that when you perform these actions, such as reality checks or wild, you have to be very conscious of why you're doing it. And maybe that should go for each of these methods. Have a clear intention that as I do this, I want to be as aware as possible of the result, and not just get it stuck into the rut or like the line of always doing this just because I have to constantly perform the reality check, but really make sure every time you perform the reality check that you're really considering, could I be dreaming right now? Because that is the intention, which is going to stir that awareness when you are in your dream. So really make sure that you're being intentional when you do this practice. So again, wild wake-induced lucid dreaming. So can I fly and then, try to go Superman or something like that? And obviously, if you fly off into the sky, you're dreaming. So that's the basis of that. Next is hypnosis, which is kind of straightforward. So you repeat an affirmation to yourself or some kind of subconscious programming, such as I will lucid dream, I consciously drift off into sleep, I am aware as I fall asleep, I am aware in my dreams, anything like that, anything you align with. So I just put here, I will lucid dream, pretty standard, and as you repeat that more and more and more and more, essentially it creates this almost, it's like if you were to go fishing with a big net, it's almost like that, like, some fish might get through, the net or whatever, but the concept is you will, majority of the time, your subconscious will align with the intention of that, and you will be propelled into the dream without having to do any of these other methods. It will just happen instinctually and unconsciously, and you will be able to go off into your lucid dream because your subconscious pattern is there, the program is there, I will lucid dream. So your instinct will be, oh, I will lucid dream. So, because right now there is no program within your subconscious mind that really supports that directive or that intention or that program being facilitated, right? So, it's really important that essentially you have this intention or this program, this directed focus towards this concept drilled in there, because as you have this this intention, this focus, this awareness on this concept, you will be more inclined to have that translate into all states of your consciousness. So every time, whether you're waking or asleep, your mind will constantly be replaying that program, almost like listening to a tape recorder. I will lucid dream, I will lucid dream, I will lucid dream. Before you know it, you'll be lucid dreaming, and it'll be a pattern over time. So, I would say this is one of the most effective methods, especially if you find that a lot of these other more obscure techniques do not really work for you, and you want more of a straightforward method, then this is what I would recommend. So, hypnosis or any type of affirmation that you repeat to yourself consistently is more in the realm of what you want to try and direct yourself towards. So also too, just note that when you do this method with any of the other techniques I listed above, reality check, wake back to bed, wild, your efficiency will always be greater, because these methods really operate on that awareness, and this hypnosis is really aligned with the concept of unconscious awareness. So if you have the conscious awareness being directed to performing reality checks, and you have the subconscious mind saying that I will lucid dream, the chances of you to succeed will always be greater than doing either of the other methods by themselves. So it's almost like your results or your intentions or your efficiency will be squared. So it'll be intention times intention instead of just intention by itself. So intention to the power of 2, basically, or lucid dream to the power of 2, or whatever. So, and then magic is the last one I listed here. And I would say a lot of practitioners of kind of old school sleep yoga fit into this realm, such as if like things like yoga nidra or dream yoga, like Tibetan dream yoga, or any type of meditation or conscious practice which induces lucid dreaming fits into this realm of magic here. So this is really based off the concept of strengthening the energy body and their functionality to propel you into that sleep or that aware state during sleep. And the focus behind this is that through training the subtle bodies, through movements like Tai Chi, you align the subtle energies in your body, almost like tuning into a radio station. You're tuning into conscious sleep radio, because all your chakras and all your energy centers are aligned with that flow, so that that energy of the astral body or the subtle bodies can exit or assume a conscious state more easily, because all your nadis and all your chakras and all your chi meridians and energy centers, they're all open and directed towards consciousness. So that basically leads to this aware state that will then take place, which is lucid dreaming or astral projection or whatever modality of conscious sleep you're practicing. So I encourage you to really focus in on one of those methods or your intention, and that will in turn propel you to the state of lucid dreaming or conscious sleep you want to get to. So I hope this has been a helpful video. I'm going to try and make some of these videos shorter and more condensed, just so like the audience stays engaged and stuff like that. Let me know if you guys like these shorter, maybe 15-20 minute videos, and I am going to try and produce content more frequently. So again, I encourage you to help like and subscribe to help support the channel. Follow me on Instagram at top_sorcerer. Check out my other channel, Moonstruck, which is in podcast format. And remember to share this with friends and family to help support the community. I really love all the support I'm getting from you guys. We are now over 200 subscribers. Yay! So stay tuned for more content around this stuff, and I will be sure to bring you guys more engaging stuff coming soon. So again, remember to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. And again, this is Prince of Mercury right here on the Sword of Mercury. And yeah, I would really encourage you guys to like and subscribe, because it does really help me continue to facilitate and produce more content for you guys. So stay tuned for all that's coming soon, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.